Imagine a creature that stands as tall as a giraffe, but with wings that span the width of a small passenger jet. This is the Quetzalcoatlus, the absolute king of the prehistoric skies. Welcome back to Extinct Earth. Today, we explore the biology and the terrifying reign of the largest flying creature to ever grace our planet. The Quetzalcoatlus existed during the late Cretaceous epoch, roughly 68 to 66 million years ago, ruling the world just before the end of the dinosaurs. With a wingspan of nearly 11 meters, it challenged the very laws of physics. It didn't just fly, it dominated the air currents of Eurasia and North America. Despite its size, it was surprisingly light, weighing around 200 kilograms. Its massive head featured a 2-meter-long toothless beak, built for precision rather than power. So, what fuels a giant of the skies? First, small vertebrates. Much like a modern stork, it used its long beak to snatch up lizards and mammals from the ground. Second, it was a terror to the young. It likely preyed on juvenile dinosaurs, including infant titanosaurs that were small enough to be swallowed whole. Third and fourth, they targeted aquatic invertebrates in shallow lakes and acted as opportunistic scavengers, cleaning soft tissues from carcasses. Finally, a steady supply of small reptiles and amphibians provided the caloric intake needed to maintain its massive body. Living such a grand life took time. Scientists estimate these giants could live between 30 and 50 years, or even longer in the absence of injury. Reproduction was equally fascinating. They laid leathery eggs in ground nests, which incubated for several weeks or even months under the warmth of rotting vegetation. While they grew quickly, reaching the massive adult scale was a long journey. It took nearly 15 years for a young titan to reach full maturity. Interestingly, juveniles were flap and go. Unlike many birds, they were likely capable of flight shortly after hatching, a crucial survival trait in a world of predators. There's a common myth that they hunted like eagles from the air, but science has revealed a far more grounded and terrifying reality. They were terrestrial stalkers. They walked on all four limbs, using their long necks as a vantage point to spot prey from above before striking downward with precision. To take flight, they utilized a unique quadrupedal launch, vaulting their entire mass into the air with their powerful arms, a necessary feat for an animal of their weight. While their bite force was 40 times weaker than a T-Rex, at nearly 1,200 newtons, it was more than enough to crush small bones and secure struggling prey. But even a king has enemies. When grounded, the Quetzalcoatlus faced 5 deadly threats that could end its life in an instant. First, the Tyrannosaurus rex. The most formidable contemporary, a T-Rex could easily kill a grounded titan if it managed to close the distance. Second and third were small theropods targeting eggs and juveniles, and massive crocodilians posing an ambush threat at the water's edge. Finally, they faced internal threats from cannibalism and the environment itself. High winds and storms could fracture their fragile, thin-walled bones. 66 million years ago, the age of the Sky Titan came to a sudden, violent end. 5 causes sealed their fate. The primary cause, the Chicxulub asteroid. The resulting impact winter blocked the sun for years, causing an immediate collapse of the food chain. Impact, high. Ecological collapse and intense volcanism from the Deccan Traps created long-term instability that the giants simply couldn't withstand. Impact, high. Finally, their massive size was their undoing. In a world of resource scarcity, nothing weighing more than 25 kilograms survived the catastrophe. Impact, high. Beyond its death, the Quetzalcoatlus left behind some of the most interesting scientific secrets in paleontology. Biomechanical studies show they walked with a unique gait, similar to a giraffe, making them just as effective on land as they were in the air. Their ability to launch from a standstill is one of the most remarkable engineering feats in the history of biological flight. The story of their discovery is a piece of history itself. It began in 1971 with a graduate student named Douglas A. Lawson. Lawson found the first remains in the Javelina Formation, naming the beast after the Aztec god Quetzalcoatl. It was a discovery that changed paleontology forever. If you want to see these titans today, you can find their massive reconstructions in several world-class museums. You can see them hanging in Stanley Field Hall in Chicago, or stand under the original materials in Austin, Texas. From Ann Arbor to London and Melbourne, these casts allow us to witness the sheer magnitude of the largest creature to ever fly. The Quetzalcoatlus is a reminder of the impossible giants that once ruled our world. Which ancient creature should we bring to life next? Post your comment below to help us make this channel even better. Like and subscribe to Extinct Earth for more prehistoric legends. I'll see you in the next era.